Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taking On Sports Podcast. As always, is a podcast made by the fans for the fans. We want to hear from you guys, the fans. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Let's get the boys in. What's up?
Yo, fins up.
Thunder currently down 3
Oh, God.
to the Poverty Spurs.
We'll beat the Spurs.
Oh, God. Are you sure?
Yeah, the Thunder.
Yeah.
The Thunder are a good second half team.
He said, "Are you sure, man?"
I don't know, dude. No SGA?
Why is SGA out?
I don't know. He's not playing, though.
Interesting.
And Trey Man's not stepped on the floor yet, and it's the end of the first. What's going on here? Why would you not put that all-star of a man in? All right. Let's roll into college football because it's the hot topic.
Whoa,
week, right?
Starting it off, huh?
With college football. Well, big news. USA advances, huh?
It's good, right?
Props to the USA for being good at soccer, I guess.
Yes.
Does advancing mean we're good now? Or is that what that means?
So
You're okay.
yes. I mean, Mexico, they missed it for the first time in 44 years. England, the U.S. is the second youngest team. Okay. They should have beaten Wales. Okay. There was young, inexperienced move, letting that guy do a penalty kick. Should have beaten Wales. They go against England. They do a draw. That shit was boring as hell. I know it sucks. That is sometimes why soccer sucks. But they drew with them, and then England beats Iran 6-2, Iran, however you want to say it. And then USA needing a win goes and beats Iran. So, USA gets out of the group. They go play the Netherlands, the Dutch. I just want to say one thing on Twitter. Scooter Magruder, the Cowboys fan, he asked a question, is the Netherlands good? And this user, Joe from St. Cloud, I'm just going to reply or copy what he posted from Twitter. All right. It's like the ACC championship. Clemson is the Netherlands. Not quite the powerhouse they should be in recent memory, but still pretty darn good and probably should win, right? USA's North Carolina, known for other sports but has a solid team, would be a minor upset if they won. I think it would be a major upset if they beat the Netherlands, but that's just me. But shout out to Scooter and Joe from St. Cloud for that sweet reply. But I figured that was just too good. I mean, whoever's listening, that's perfect in my opinion, right?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be hopefully it's a good match. I didn't get a time yet. Someone said it's early, but
It's 11 a.m. on Saturday.
okay.
No, 9 a.m.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Sweet. 9 a.m. Fins
I think
up.
it's around there.
Logan.
I think it's around there.
Big time watch party on Saturday, huh?
Yeah. Well, Abby has a basketball game she's cheering for. So,
but it's USA, Barrett.
The soccer game will be over.
But it's USA.
I know. Show up lit for the county basketball, the rec basketball game.
You got it. All right, college football. Okay. These are the 6 games that are going to be played this weekend from Friday to Saturday. These are the games, right? We'll start off with the obvious. Utah in Las Vegas against USC. USC wins, they stay in. USC loses, they're at. USC favored 3. Seth, what do you think? Does Caleb Williams put the team on his back, or does Utah handle business?
USC.
USC is probably going to win this game. I think Utah went for the win last time, got it. That was at home. I don't know if they have the momentum to keep pound for pound with Caleb Williams, who's the best college quarterback in the nation. So yeah, USC is probably gonna win this game. I don't think it's basically a track meet. I mean, if you look at USC, you look at their scores, it's almost like you're playing Oklahoma 2019, 2020. You know, a lot high powered offense, but it's literally neck and neck until the end on a lot of their games. Like last week in their game, Notre Dame fumbled 3 times inside their own territory. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do that and beat USC because Caleb Williams is who he is. He's gonna put up numbers on you. So if he can't throw for blow, then USC is gonna beat you. And I don't think Utah's got that in them this time. So I would take USC.
Barrett, what are you thinking?
And really would like to see USC get upset, but yeah, I think USC's probably going to roll over Utah. Utah has been my pick. It seems like every time I pick them, they win. But I'm not going to pick them.
Oh, come. You're jinxing them then.
I'm jinxing them. Whatever. If they win, then I'm an idiot. But I will take being an idiot if USC gets upset. That's fine. But I'm going to pick USC because I believe they'll win. It's hard to beat a team twice, but I don't know, man. I mean, Caleb could make some mistakes. You know, big game in Vegas, but I don't see it happening. I think USC kind of rolls, man, on the rematch.
I'm kind of right up there with you guys. I think USC is just going to be too much to handle for Utah. I don't think Utah can do it twice, man. I just don't. So unfortunately, we have to hear all the clout about how Lincoln Riley took a 5-6 program or whatever the hell they were, 5-7 program, turned them around year one, got them in college football playoffs. It's like, well, if you snake the number 1 quarterback in the nation from us, it's bound to fucking happen. So USC will get into the college football playoffs, get their asses unloaded on them by Georgia, and then we'll move on and get Lincoln Riley out of the conversation. But speaking of Georgia, we roll LSU versus Georgia. So LSU only got in this game because they have the head-to-head matchup against Bama, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. They're coming out of the other division.
Yeah, I don't think that should have been right, honestly. I mean, LSU's a 3-loss team, Bama 2-loss team because they lose the head-to-head matchup against LSU. Here they are. I mean, Bama's probably gonna find a way to fucking snake their way in. You watch. TCU gets upset. Trojans get upset. It's like, oh god, something's gonna happen here. The Boilermakers might pull off an upset. Who knows? But
if LSU beats Georgia and then all the other top 4 teams lose, that could be some true fucking chaos, right? Like LSU beats Georgia somehow, and then like Ohio State, Alabama are like automatically in. TCU is completely out, probably. I mean, I don't know, but I think all the favorites are going to win. I know that's like a precursor to the next games, but yeah, Georgia. I think Georgia dominates LSU, man.
Seth, what do you think? LSU keep it close?
No. If it's in your LSU, kind of got a mud hole stomped in them by Texas A&M, so they probably were looking ahead. Didn't really think Texas A&M was anything. I think they do cover because Georgia hasn't been blowing people out recently. Like Georgia does what Georgia needs to do. They were not very far ahead last week, and then they kind of pulled away versus a very bad
23-point victory over Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't winning that by that much in the first half. Like, they were struggling. So, I don't think they can get off to a slow start like that versus LSU, but you never know. But I think LSU covers, but ultimately Georgia will win this game. And it's a home game. It's like,
yeah, it's basically a home game for Georgia. Wow. I'm kind of in sus boat. I like LSU to cover. Georgia is just too good. If you look at their points per game and their defense with points allowed and a couple other stats in there, that's virtually the same exact team from last year. It's literally neck and neck stat wise. Georgia's probably going to roll in, beat the dog shit out of LSU, roll into the playoffs, beat the dog shit out of everybody, and take home another natty. But we'll see. Hopefully they get paired up with Michigan in the national title, and we actually have a pretty good game.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good game, yeah.
Yep. All right, then we roll on to the Boilermakers getting their opportunity to take down Michigan. I don't understand how Purdue is in the Big 12 champion or the Big 10 championship here.
These fucking these mini
Like, who decides this?
These divisions, dude. It's stupid.
These divisions. Jesus Christ. Can we split this division? Can we put Penn State in the other side?
Like,
I'm looking at this. You have Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Maryland, Michigan State, all in the same division. You go the other side. You're looking at the Golden Gophers. Wisconsin, it used to be viable, not anymore. The Boilermakers, they always have at least like one or two upsets throughout the year, but nothing. They don't usually go on like a hot streak and get wild. Illinois, they usually put up a hot defense, get top 20 rankings at least once in the year. I think they did this year. Then they fell off. But Iowa, they're not what they used to be.
Dude, USC's that's the division USC is going to go to.
Yeah, USC's going to hop on that side, take the easy route. But man, it's like you have to make a judgment call here and be like, all right, we're kicking Purdue out. Ohio State, Michigan rematch. Let's run it back. Winner gets in.
Yep.
That's how I feel about it. But give me Michigan to just blow the fucking brakes off this 6-3 football team rolling in.
Unranked.
8-4, excuse me. 6-3 in the conference. 8-4 football team just getting their asses spanked. They are on a 3-game winner. I don't know. Let's see if Purdue has notable wins this year. Number 21 Illinois. Illinois usually gets ranked in the 20 somewhere every year. Other than that, 21 Minnesota back when they were okay. But other than that, lost to Penn State, lost to Syracuse, an L to Wisconsin, and an L to Iowa. All 4 unranked teams at the time. We know Penn State's number 8, obviously. They're looking pretty good. But, man, Big Ten's got to make a judgment call here and swap the division around a little bit.
Can't do it. Can't get flexed. You know, some games are getting flexed around here. I won't say who. Maybe later. But
we'll talk about that. We'll get into that one. But what do you guys think? No chance for Purdue, right?
Nah.
No.
I mean, hey, any given Saturday or Sunday or Friday or whenever this game's played. But hey, what if this is Purdue's big upset of the year? They don't really have one. So how sick would that be? But I don't think that'll happen. I think Michigan covers. I think Michigan is locked in after beating Ohio State, beating the shit out of them. So, yeah, Michigan rolls, man.
Yeah, agreed. Michigan's on a different level after taking down Ohio State 2 years in a row. Kind of shifting the power, the way we're seeing Georgia shift the power of the SEC from Bama to Georgia. Now we're seeing Ohio State potentially being shifted to Michigan.
Yeah. Michigan's got to win something, though, big.
Yeah. I mean, a natty title right here would probably swing a lot of recruits from.
Yeah.
But who knows? Kansas State versus TCU in Arlington. This is basically a home game for TCU. They play relatively close to Arlington, so it's honestly not that far of a drive for them. But Kansas State has a chance. TCU only favored 2.5 in this contest. TCU does have the head-to-head matchup win earlier this year. The battles of the purple. Seth, what do you think?
Oh, Kansas State out for revenge. Gonna try to beat them here. I got Duggan though. I believe TCU can roll into the playoffs undefeated. They're gonna take care of business. Now what happens in the playoff is a little different, but yeah, I think TCU wins this game. It depends.
What are you thinking? TCU beat Kansas State by 10 in their matchup.
I think TCU stays locked in, man. I think they finish undefeated. Good for TCU. Good for the horny frogs. from a Big 12 standpoint, gotta make it in. So unless you truly hate TCU for some reason, you got a Big 12 people, OU, OSU people, Texas people, you got to root for TCU to get in here.
Yep.
So fuck Kansas State. Let's go TCU.
Yeah, TCU has struggled against running teams, and Kansas State is one of those teams that'll put that ball on the ground.
Oof.
So we'll see. But I personally like TCU to come out on this, dude. It would be wild to see them get beat. There's a scenario out there, and I think it's from Joel Klatt, where he talks like the top 3 teams, no matter what this year, should not be out, whether they win or lose. And I kind of agree. TCU has a better strength of schedule than like 95% of college football.
Yeah.
Right? Five ranked wins, a couple on the road. It's like can't really do any better than that. Georgia, if they lose, I don't think they should be out. They're obviously still one of the best. They're still one of the best 4 teams in college football. Same with Michigan. If they lose Purdue, it's like I don't think they should be out, but I think they should drop to 4 if they lose unranked Purdue, and they should have to go and face potentially Georgia at number 1.
Well, we got a few more years of this, and I think they're going to 12-team playoff. Then hopefully everyone can just shut the hell up, dude.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of shutting the hell up here, we're going to roll into this game. The UCF versus Tulane in New Orleans, basically a home game for Tulane, as they already play in New Orleans, but now they get to play at the Superdome.
What is this, the Big East Championship?
I'm not even going to lie to you. It's the AAC.
Okay. All right.
The AAC, which is normally ran by Cincinnati.
Yeah, isn't Old Dominion in that division? Or is that another weird-ass division?
They're probably independents.
No, they got pushed to a division. Hold on. Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah, they're not showing up on the main thing. Oh, Tulsa's in this division. Tulsa is. Okay. The American. Tulsa.
Oh, ODU got pushed to the Sun Belt.
Sun Belt. That's whoa. Oh yeah.
Which is usually ran by the James Madison Dukes.
Or Appalachian State.
Yeah, Appalachian State, who finished 6-6 this year. They really rode that high.
So the only independents left: Army, Black Knights, BYU, Liberty, New Mexico, Notre Dame, obviously, UConn, and UMass. 7.
Yeah, Notre Dame. So we know BYU is going to the Big 12, so they'll be fine. Notre Dame has to get the fuck out in a conference. They just have to, or they'll never be taken seriously, in my opinion. I don't think you can take Notre Dame serious. Like when we saw them sneak into the playoffs, all these teams were winning their conference championship games, and Notre Dame was already at number 4. They didn't have to play a soul, so there's no chance on them losing, no chance on nothing. So they just got to ride right into the college football playoffs.
Put them in the Big Ten conference with USC. That little division there.
I think they're going to go to the ACC.
Oh my god! Yeah, go play with declining Clemson.
They would.
All right. Well. I mean, what do you guys think? Tulane, UCF. I ain't watched a lick of football of either one of these teams, but
hey,
give me Tulane. I'm riding the high of Tulane.
Yeah, I picked Tulane last week, so let's go Tulane.
Ride the high, Seth. What do you think?
Give me Tulane at home.
All right, and another game that has 0 college football implications in Charlotte. Clemson 7.5 against North Carolina. It's basically a home game for North Carolina. Barry, what do you think here? Clemson gets on a winner right before the end of the year, maybe bring in some recruits.
Yeah, I think Clemson will bounce back, dude.
Seth, what are you thinking? Drake? Are you going Drake May or DJ Uiagalelei?
Yeah, I'm going to take North Carolina.
Wow.
To win the game. DJ is going to have to transfer next year because Cade Klubnik's going to be a little bit too good. So this is his last year
DJ
off.
to OU.
No, he stinks.
So does our current quarterback.
That's false, but different conversation. Yeah, but give me Drake May.
Yeah, give me. I want to see Dabo fall. I want to see Dabo fall. Give me Drake May in the Tar Heels.
It's not like he'll get fired.
Let's wrap this year up with that conference, a dog shit conference, and get them out. Let's look forward to college football playoffs, potential bowl matchups, OU versus Arkansas. That one looked fun. Woo Pig Suey versus Boomer Sooner, huh?
That'd be cool.
See, there's a lot of controversy though around championship week right now because people are saying that the top four should be locked in because their team's good. They're being forced to play another game against teams that have nothing to lose, and then the conference championship, the higher ranked teams, they have everything to lose.
Yeah.
Right. You get an extra game put on your schedule. If you're USC, you roll in to play Utah again. They win. Congrats.
Utah's not in. Yeah, Utah's not in.
Yeah, they're not in. They don't. I mean, they win the Pac-12 championship. Whoop-de-doo. But if USC loses, they're out.
Yeah. Same with Michigan. If Boilermakers pull an upset, it's like Michigan's probably either going to fall to 4 or 5.
You gotta.
Yeah. So a lot of people are wondering, should conference championship weekend affect rankings? Because I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, you roll in, you win your season games, like Georgia undefeated. They'll say something crazy happens.
But then it's all money, though. It's all money because if they did that, the playoff teams would just sit their starters in a championship game, and sponsors can't have that. They have all these TV deals and deals with all the things, the sponsorships and all that TV. Like, nah, that unfortunately that'll never happen because. Yeah, I mean, I
don't know if they sit their starters though, because you get over a month, almost 2 months before you play in the.
You definitely wouldn't play yeah, but you still wouldn't play your stars in a meaningless game.
It's still for a title.
I mean,
conference titles are kind of a big deal recruitment wise too.
Yeah, when the 12 team comes around, the conference title will be a little more, I think, viable because one of those top 4 teams, these top 6 teams could probably lose that conference title and still squeak their way in the playoffs. They'll just, be shifted down or up depending on how they perform.
Yeah.
But 12 team would be way better for this, but a four playoff team format, I mean, be honest, if Michigan loses, they're out. That's all there is to it. You lose to an unranked Boilermakers, there's no way they let you stay in. I don't think. I think the old whites would probably see that and be like, well, they lost to an unranked Purdue.
But then people are going to be crying if Ohio State jumps.
We all cried when Cincinnati got in. We all cried when Notre Dame got in, and the committee just gave us the old middle fingers to the face.
Yeah, but how fair is that? How fair is that for Michigan whenever you just steamrolled Ohio State?
It's not fair. I'm agreeing with you.
Steamrolled them. They got an extra game. You lose your next game just because you just played the game of the century. You lose versus an unranked Purdue, and the team you just blew out 2 weeks ago is going to go on to play for a title.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be a thing, but here we are. Michigan loses Purdue in some weird way. They're probably out. Unless they keep them at 4 and keep Ohio State at 5. Just because of the head-to-head matchup.
We'll see. I mean, you can make a case for it.
I know they could. I don't know what would happen, honestly. All right, we'll move on to the NFL, the spot where we're experts in. Jamar Chase coming back. Big deal. Miami still on a winning streak. McDaniels faces his old squad here coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that when that game comes around. Aaron Donald out this week. Couple of updates here. Aaron Rodgers is going to play. Now, Barrett, let me ask you this. If you're the Green Bay Packers, right, they're mathematically still in. but we know they're out, right? Like we know they're out. Do you play Jordan Love for the rest of the year and see if he's the guy that you took him to be, or do you just because if he doesn't play this year, honestly, I don't see him being on the roster for Green Bay going into next season.
Oh, you absolutely play him right now. Play him right now. Aaron is beat to shit. I mean, just everything, his ribs, his oblique or whatever, his hand or one of his fingers is like broke apparently, like his hand or whatever. Like you just got to just sit him down. I know he's a huge cap hit. They just paid Aaron Rodgers. If he feels like he has a lot of time left, then just sit. Let's see what Jordan Love can do. Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years, Yeah. And I would personally start Jordan Love. Like, you're not going to make the playoffs. I don't care if you're still mathematically in it. They're 4-8. Like, it would take now, the Vikings are wishy-washy. They had a good bounce back game, but you got to start Jordan Love.
Are the Vikings wishy-washy though? They lost to a top-ranked Eagles and a top-ranked Dallas Cowboys.
You're right.
We're talking 2 out of the 5 teams in the B list coming up soon.
What I'm saying
taken down the Vikes.
But it would take,
and the B list is ironclad.
It is, but it would take a monumental collapse from the Vikings. Do I think they could do that? Maybe, but come on, you're 4-8, Green Bay. Just let it go. Let it go. Let Jordan Love ride.
I mean, realistically, if you take a gander at it, they're right there with Detroit, right? They're kind of tied with Detroit. They lost the head-to-head matchup in that one, right? But
we've done this with the Packers the last 3 weeks or last 2 weeks, and each time they've gotten ill. So
yeah, but right? Seattle's on the downfall, so they're probably going to be at the Commanders and Giants. No way they can maintain this pace, right? No way we see 4 NFC East teams squeak on in, but we could. We easily could.
NFC Beast.
The NFC Beast.
Yeah, for both conferences, really.
And then Tampa Bay, they're obviously going to host a fucking playoff game at 8-9.
Yeah, because the Saints stink.
That division.
Tom Brady's going to get the Giants right out the gate, or the fucking Taylor Heineke-led Commanders.
The 1 year Tom Brady's team and himself are having a down year. No one else in the – listen, I believe Tom Brady, had more to do with Patriots' success than Bill Belichick. However, Brady has gotten some massive breaks, and I mean, even the AFC East pretty much stunk most of his career, except the Jets had a minor, with that Rex Ryan defense. But Tom Brady, man, just continuing to. He's going to make the playoffs. That division fucking sucks. Even when the Bucs lost, the Falcons couldn't even pull a win out.
Yeah.
So whatever.
All right, a little off topic. Seth, what do you think? Would you start Jordan Love now or roll with Aaron Rodgers for us here because you're mathematically still in the conversation?
No, I don't think it matters. I think you got to run Aaron out there just to keep your ticket sales going. You start putting Jordan Love in, he's going to start stinking. Season's
NFL
done.
Playoff machine is up. Do a scenario if they win this week. Do a scenario, and then next week we'll have a scenario for all you Packer fans out there. Deal? Is that fair?
It's fair. So
if they win,
golly, and they're prime time next week. Jesus Christ. A Monday night game, huh? Or no? Is that Monday or Thursday?
Week
I think there's a couple Saturday games coming up.
Yeah.
12-19. That's a Monday night game. Yep.
Yeah, they play that game, and then they play the old Fighting Finns on Christmas.
Whew.
I don't know.
In
But
Miami. It's probably
if I'm Matt LaFleur, I'm telling A-Rod, just like, hey man, we're gonna pay you your $50 million, right? Sit the bench this year, right? You have a retirement clause, you have a trade clause that we can issue to get you out of here if we need to. If Jordan Love just turns into the next Aaron Rodgers per se, right? If he turns into the next Tom Brady or the next Aaron Rodgers, it's like you have options to get you out of this contract to go play for, a team you want to play for, a team that's good. Maybe replace old Broncos country.
That's right.
Get rid of that dude. I mean, you imagine Aaron Rodgers on this Seahawks team, they'd probably be winning a lot of football games.
Very true.
Yeah. So, I mean, Aaron Rodgers in Seattle, potential. Aaron Rodgers in New Orleans, probably not going to happen, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see. We'll see. But yeah, start Jordan Love. Ride him out there. Let him, Christian Watson build that chemistry. And if Jordan Love's the guy, you ride with Jordan Love. Get rid of Rodgers in the offseason. And if he's not that guy, hey, you wasted the 26th overall pick in the draft a couple years ago. There's only one way to find out. Put him out there at the starters and let him play against the starters.
I definitely agree with that. I would play him now. Who cares?
Absolutely. Yep. All right, Barrett. Here comes the B list. And this one, it did get shaken up a little bit. Yeah, because a team got re-added. And a team got even though they didn't lose. A team still got booted at. Oh, no, they did lose. The Ravens did lose, so they are at.
They're out of there. They lost to the fucking
And the Vikes are back in, Bear. Explain this reasoning.
I like to go off records sometimes. And the Vikings, even though they got pounded by Dallas 2 weeks ago, they bounced back in a big way. Kirk Cousins, technically prime time, wins a game. So that's big. That is monumental for the franchise. It's monumental for Kirk Cousins that he can win a primetime game over Bill Belichick's Patriots. I mean, it was great. I mean, it was great. Cowboys won on Thanksgiving. They have solidified their
that streak.
Yeah, they've
no longer cursed.
Thanks to Dalton Schultz.
A lot of people, I heard some rumblings around that the Bills were trying to sneak back in, and I agree. Bills were close.
The Bills were trying to buy their way into the B list?
They tried to, but I had to, I had to just kind of do had to do a small little stiff arm to the Bills because y'all barely beat the Lions, and Lions left so many fucking
the Lions
points
covered, baby. You know who called that?
Lions should have won that game. I don't even as an AFC East fan, I was sick. But hey, Vikings beating the Patriots, little extra brownie points on the top there. So they're back in to 5. Miami just smashed the shit out of the Houston Texans. It was 30-0. Tua had almost 300 passing yards in the first half. They sit. Texans were scoring some points and stuff, but end of the day, 30-15, you're supposed to blow out the shit teams, which they did. I call the Cowboys beating the shit out of the Giants. Giants are pretenders. They will never fucking see the B list. Cowboys just cemented that by whooping their ass on Thanksgiving. And then Eagles keep rolling. I mean,
coming back on their ass on Thanksgiving.
I mean, yeah, but come on. The
late
Eagles,
touchdown, that'll count.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles keep rolling, man. And then boom, the Chiefs again. Mahomes they have the easiest schedule the rest of the way. Mahomes kind of threw some sloppy picks in the end zone, but the Rams stink. They couldn't capitalize on anything. I think
Bryce
if Case,
Perkins a quarterback, what do you expect?
that's what I'm saying. I think if
And they
Kansas
can't
City
figure
was-
out their running back situation. They want Cam Akers. They don't want Cam Akers. Now they want Cam Akers.
it's terrible. So the Chiefs, man, they're probably going to get the number 1 seed no matter what Miami does, no matter what Buffalo does. Because I don't think the Chiefs are going to lose. Like they'll probably lose like one more game this season. So based on their schedule, I'm just saying. However, if Mahomes does play a little sloppy, kind of like he has been, you never know. So, but yeah, Chiefs are still number 1 in my opinion. What do you think about it? Give the Vikings a little brownie points for beating Bill Belichick. What do you think?
Let me.
And don't even bring up the fucking 49ers.
What about the Red Hot 49ers?
Don't
Yeah, I was
even.
about to say that. The red hot Niners.
I don't know. Listen,
If the
they're on
Niners take down Miami, they're in, right?
they're on the same winning streak as Miami. They're I don't get how
And they're so
Jimmy-
lucky.
No, they're so lucky. They played a what the fuck happened? The Saints should have beat their ass. This guy, they fumbled twice. Man, I watched just the end of that game. The Saints had a chance to get 14 points. Saints defense is great. The Saints defense is not that much better than Miami. I think Saints defense is better than Miami's right now, but not that much better. Jimmy G fucking sucks. Like, God, it just, if they beat Miami, Miami's going to drop out of the B list, but you won't see the Niners on there until they – nah.
Look,
No
Jimmy
way.
G did everything he did to get passing first downs to just keep that clock moving.
Nah. Fuck
He-
that.
The
he
Saints
was
should have
the-
won that game, dude.
They should have. They're right. But the ultimate game manager, Jimmy Garoppolo, the Saints' future quarterback next season, looked not too bad.
You said the Saints future.
He didn't look great. Okay. Kamara fumbles on the 1 yard line, literally won the 1 yard line, 7 points down the drain. Pooh Andy Dalton on the goal line, can't get it in. 7 points down the drain. It's like 49ers should have lost that game, and it's like whatever.
I think if the Saints would have took the lead, 49ers probably would have kicked it into another gear, honestly. But I think Shanahan saw it's like New Orleans can't fucking do anything against us. They can't get the ball rolling. We're holding Alvin Kamara to 13 rushing yards. I mean, holy macaroni. Kamara might as well fucking hang up the cleats for the rest of the season after that performance. He tied with rushing yards with Taysom Hill and got outrushed by Andy Dalton.
Fucking 2 fumbles, too, for Kamara, I think.
Two
Yeah,
fumbles. He
dude.
refused to talk to the media. He should have to answer for those.
I mean, you're not
Answer, be
wrong.
what are you doing, Melvin Gordon? Where are you going to go? Yeah. Fumble machine.
But Barrett,
I don't know, that
great
game-
list, Barrett.
That game
Thank you.
pissed me
Thank
off.
you.
I just stay away from it. Stay away from it. But I'll say this: next week's B list is going to be shaken up.
Oh, really?
I mean, we're talking Bengals are playing the Chiefs, right? Bengals last time they played, dub. 49ers versus Finns, right? If 49ers win, they're in, right? I mean, I can't be
Maybe.
wrong on that.
We'll see.
Eagles,
is-
Tennessee.
Eagles, Tennessee, very good
Oh,
matchup. Very good
Tennessee
matchup.
could finally.
Tennessee can finally
Could finally
sneak
make it,
into
Bill.
the B list.
Bill. To be fair, as soon as they start getting considered, they drop an L. So need some consistency with the Titans here.
And your number 3 team on the B list takes on the Colts on prime time television.
Who don't know how to manage the clock. It's just Saturday turned into Mike McCarthy out here. It's just like
That game should have been flexed 2 weeks
But
ago.
they can't flex. They're not going to flex both Finns games. They want to see Herbert versus Tua.
So you think they had the Tua Herbert in mind? like,
yeah, way
weeks ago?
before. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's fine with me, I guess. I would have, I don't know. Both games are great because McDaniel goes against his old team, the Niners. Both teams on a hot winning streak. One team has a very elite quarterback. The team on the West Coast has an absolute dog shit quarterback that gets carried, Jimmy G.
It's also a time thing, right?
True,
Miami's on the East Coast, and you keep flexing West Coast teams into a late time slot. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The two in Herbert though. Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
That's probably the better game to flex.
Yeah, I would not want to see fucking Russell Wilson on prime time anymore. Cooking, he doesn't cook with gasoline. He cooks with like nuclear, I don't know, energy, and he just blows everything up there in Denver. He stinks. Sorry, Russell Wilson. I can talk shit on him. I wasn't invited to his birthday party. I probably would have came if I was invited.
Sierra on that.
Invited to Russell Wilson's birthday party?
She invited like the whole team and only like half of them came. So.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, we'll roll on to Pick'ems here. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. Bills favored 4. Barrett, I'm going to lead off with you here. I'll be right back while you take this away.
Jay Lenover. Yeah, so Thursday Night Football. This is a great game. We all remember last year, I think it was it in New England or Buffalo? Doesn't matter. The wind game, the snow game, the rain game. Patriots won like 3-0 or 6-3. They had like 250 rushing yards. As a Miami fan, Bills win, Patriots are pretty much dead. If the Pats win, that just gives Miami a 1-game lead in the division. So I like the Bills. Seth?
Bills one of the only 2 teams to not have a division win.
Fact.
Oh, man. I like the Patriots to rely on Ramondre Stevenson's run game and keep this thing close, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills on the road.
All right.
Solid.
I like the Bills to win this game, but let me tell you, I like the Patriots to cover more.
Wow.
I think this is going to be a game-winning field goal by Tyler Bass. It's gonna come down to the wire. Bill Belichick he knows how to play the Bills. He just knows.
Okay.
So let him have it. Bills win. Patriots cover. All right. Probably the stinker of the week. Well, let's take a gander. I don't know. Matt Stafford may not be back yet. So, all right. We'll consider this stinker of the week. Steelers at Atlanta. Pittsburgh favored 1. Barrett, what do you think? Should they be favored?
I mean, Pittsburgh's on like a nice little streak.
Trying to keep Tomlin above 5. Trying to climb him up above 500.
Kenny Pickett's been playing pretty well. Hasn't had a turnover in 3 games. And with that being said, I have jinxed them, so he will throw a pick, and it will prove to be costly. I like the Falcons.
Seth, what do you think?
Give me Steel Time on the road, -1.
Yep. Wow. New Orleans needs the Falcons to lose. So give me Steeltown on the road to take home the dub.
New Orleans.
You might as well give that shit up. I mean,
no. Wait till you see who New Orleans plays at or away game on prime time. Last time they did this, held old Tom Brady to his first home goose egg.
Okay.
All right. Green Bay, Chicago. Aaron Rodgers hurt, but he owns Chicago. Give me that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, to get this team back on track. I say this every week, I feel like.
You have. We've talked about this.
Back on track, but you know Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to lose to the poo-poo Justin Fields show down there. Give me A-Rod. Seth, what do you think?
Yeah, this is the Packers win. Justin Fields may be back, but the Packers looked atrocious last week in their game. Or not the Packers. Well, both of them, actually. The Bears looked atrocious. So give me the Pack on the road, -4.
What are you thinking?
Is it time? Is it finally time for the Bears to get the best of them?
No.
It could be, Barrett. It could be.
Not with that quarterback play.
Give me the Packers.
There you go. Way to be wise. Way to be wise. Way to be wise. Jacksonville off a huge win. Doug Peterson with the balls to go for 2 to win the game. Absolutely love that, dude. I love, like, that made me almost fall in love with Doug Peterson as a head coach right there. To just say, I'm taking down these Ravens, and if we lose, it's like, well, fuck, we'll probably get a high overall pick. Doesn't matter.
And the season's already dead anyway. I mean, you can make that call, Vance. Whatever.
The season's not dead. They're still mathematically in.
They're done, dude. They will not win a game in the playoffs.
Who? Oh, no, yeah. They're done.
You know what Barrett says every week? Any given Sunday.
You're right.
Yeah. Not for the Jags.
It's Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning coach.
Oh, God.
But give me the Jags to beat down the Lions in Detroit. Jags win. Barrett, what do you think?
Give me the Lions.
Give me the Lions, too.
They're just more talented overall.
What, because they got Jamal Williams?
They got Swift. They got Amon-Ra. They got, yeah, dude.
Amon-Ra is going to get shut down on this defense.
No way.
No, I'm hyping up the Jags for no reason. But we got the Jets versus the Vikings. Vikings favored 3. Mike White came out slinging. Right? Mike White had a Mike White game, of course. But Barrett, what do you think? Mike White continues, or do the Vikings put him in his place?
I think he's going to come back down to earth in Skull territory. Give me the Vikings to cover.
Seth, what are you thinking here? Mike White, an efficient 22 for 28, 315, 3 passing tuds. 2 to Garrett Wilson, huh? Trying to make a bid for Rookie of the Year, but Olave has pretty much got that thing in the bag.
I think they should take it away from Olave because he's on a piss poor team. But, oh, goodness.
So you telling me the Jets aren't piss poor?
They were winning. They're positive.
They're overhyped. Come on, you know better.
That's
like the Mets trying to make a playoff push, dude. It's
give me the fucking Jets to win this game.
What a clown.
Yeah, absolute clown. Barrett, I assume you're taking the Vikes here. Goes to tell us why.
Skull, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. Skull. Vikings win.
No JETS?
No. Skull. If Zach Wilson was starting, JETS, but
oh my God,
not the Mike White. He has one good game a year, and we're supposed to praise this dude. Think he's going to lead the Jets to a playoff push? No. All right, Commanders, Giants in New York. Washington favored 2.5. Seth, what are you thinking?
Come on, dude. Is this even a question? This is fucking ODU right here.
Yeah, come on.
Stay hot.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we got a 3 stack on ODU. Barrett, you taking ODU?
Yeah, you know I am, man. Hey,
Right.
Washington trending up. Giants trending way, way down. They stink. Giants may miss the playoffs. Calling it now.
Absolutely. They will miss the playoffs. Give me ODU to take the Giants down to earth a little bit more. ODU to win. Easy peasy, lemon, squeezy. All right. Titans, Philly. This is a good game. This probably should have been one of the games flexed into prime time, but it is what it is. Titans, Philly, man. I honestly don't know. Philly's favored 5. I don't feel like they should be favored 5. I feel like the team's going to be a lot closer. Give me the Titans to cover. Titans to cover. Philly. Just give me Titans to cover. I'm just going to say that. Titans to cover.
Wow.
Seth, what do you think?
I'm going to take the Titans to win. I think Derrick Henry has a pretty big game versus the Eagles defense. No Chauncey Gardner back there in the back end, so maybe even a couple bombs thrown in there by Ryan Tannehill. I think their defense is what it has been in Tennessee for the last couple of years. Expect Derrick Henry to have a big game. Titans.
Bear, what are you thinking?
Nah, give me the Eagles. Sorry. Titans need to come back down to earth, even though they're sniffing the B list. And what happens when they sniff? They get smacked on the nose.
They already lost. They lost last week.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna win.
Anytime they were sniffing the B list before then.
Then they lost. But
Now they're gonna win.
Maybe. I'll be wrong. Then the Eagles. Will the Eagles drop out if they lose? Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't know. All right, Broncos country rolling into Baltimore. Give me Baltimore on a fucking romp. Not even going to be close. Russell Wilson's he's garbage, man. There's no way around it. He's not looking good. He's
Mr.
Unlimited is looking pretty goddamn limited, if I have to say. Seth, what do you think here? Can Russell Wilson turn this around and climb his way out of above 500, or is we got to keep seeing this trend?
I think we give Russell Wilson. I think we give him a lot of grief here, but there's a lot of injuries to that Broncos offense. Obviously, the defense is still good even without Bradley Chubb on that side. But this will be a Lamar Jackson bounce back game after losing that gut wrenching fourth quarter loss to Jacksonville. So yeah, I think Lamar Jackson comes out, takes care of business.
Bear, what are you thinking?
So the only way the Broncos win this game if they pull what Miami did last year versus the Ravens and like engage state just held Lamar to nothing. But even if they did that, Russell Wilson wouldn't even score any points. So I got the Ravens.
Yeah, Russell Wilson is currently, so I don't know if you guys are following this trend.
You got to be unlimited.
You got to be unlimited. Russell Wilson has 12 bathrooms in his house. And he has not thrown 12 touchdowns yet this year. He's throwing 8 touchdowns so far.
The ratio is getting kind of close. It's getting kind of close.
The ratio is getting close, but we're coming down to the wire here, and he's averaging half a ton a game. So
that's crazy. He has 8 touchdowns. Tua threw half his touchdowns in a season in one quarter.
All right, we have the Deshaun Watson returning Cleveland Browns rolling into the Texans. Going to be an absolute boo fest. Barrett, what do you think? Deshaun Watson just going to dominate the Texans, or the Texans get their revenge?
No, Texans aren't going to win. I do think it's kind of crazy that like some of the quote, victims or alleged victims or the actual victims, some of the females are going to be there.
What?
That's just
why.
There's like 10 of them going to the game they think he got off a little shy, so they're going to go and like raise the awareness again, kind of thing.
So, but I like the Cleveland.
That right
like
there. I'm not going to keep that to myself. I don't want to get the show canceled, right? I don't want people coming backlashing at us for the whole.
No.
We're not talking about it. All right, Barrett, what do you think? Deshaun Watson win, yay or nay?
Yay.
Seth, what do you think? But hey, also with this, do we think Deshaun comes out and performs really, really well, or is this just going to be like, let's hand this ball off to Chubb and get him maybe 20 passes to kind of get the feel out?
This game will probably be over early, like the Miami game last week. I mean, the Texans stink. I mean, they're benching, low-profile quarterbacks. Just try to get a little spark going. It'll be over early. Then you're going to see Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt run this ball out. So this will be a Cleveland Browns win.
Agreed. But like Seth said, it's going to be over early. I kind of agree. But I think this is going to be like get Deshaun, get him the feel of game time again, right? Because the dude hasn't played in 2 years?
Yeah.
Get him a feel of the game. I think we won't see Deshaun throw more than 20, maybe 22 passes. It's going to be a handoff. Get him snaps. Just get him under center. Get him in the shotgun. A lot of Nick Chubb carries this week, I think. But, man, if Amari Cooper's on your fantasy team, probably pick him up because I imagine Deshaun is going to target him a lot. Because when Deshaun has star receivers, he targets star receivers. He has a big trend targeting star receivers.
Oh yeah, dude.
All right, probably the stinker of the week because I don't think Matt Stafford might be coming back. I haven't seen the report on that yet. But Geno Smith coming down to earth finally. Seahawks, Rams, Barrett, what do you think?
God. Give me the Seahawks. I don't know what the Rams are. They are on one of the biggest Super Bowl hangovers of all time.
Yep. Seth, what are you thinking?
You give me the Seahawks. I mean, no Aaron Donald. He's a shell of himself. No stars on offense. Bobby Wagner isn't who he was when they brought him in. It's just a complete clown show for the Rams over there. So give me the Seahawks to win. Kenneth Walker, 2 touchdowns.
You're going back-to-back weeks with 2 tuds, huh?
Absolutely.
You need that, don't you?
I do need that, yeah. Well, not after this week, after who I pick up.
True.
I like it.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Bobby Wagner's pretty much having a on-pace season with what he's been doing his whole career.
He stinks.
I think he's just being outshadowed by the poor performance of the whole team of the LA Rams.
Yeah, they suck. On to America's Game of the Week.
Give me the Rams to win no matter who's the quarterback. Seahawks stink.
Oh, my gosh. Are you crazy, Vance?
Well, if Bryce Perkins plays, give me the Seahawks. But we don't know who's playing yet, so it's really hard to pick this game. Seahawks if there's no Matt Stafford, but Rams if Matt Stafford's playing.
All right. Well, your ultimatum.
Well, actually, I don't know. They don't have a fucking wide receiver anymore, do they? Their number one's Van Jefferson now, huh?
Yeah.
All right, give me the Seahawks straight across. Give me the Hawks. Give me the Rams to cover, honestly. Give me the Rams to cover. All right. San Fran hosting Mike McDaniels. Barrett, you're going last here. Seth, what do you think? Who's taking this victory home?
McDaniels knows the Niners. McDaniels knows how to get in Jimmy G's head.
Yeah.
So give me the Fighting Fins.
That's right.
To win this game.
Yeah.
All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. The 49ers are on a 4-game win streak. Tua Tagovailoa is going to roll into this stadium. I couldn't remember the name of it. Levi Stadium, right? Roll into Levi Stadium and take down the 49ers.
Whoa.
Look at Vance on the Vance.
I know. I thought this was a perfect time for Vance to turn a heel here. You know, and continue
Tua and McDaniels to win this football game, baby.
Thought he was going to continue sucking the D of Jimmy G.
I will say, this is going to be a hard-fought game for the Dolphins. They're not going to come out and just fucking pour it on them. This is going to be a hard-fought game because this is one of the top 5 defenses in the NFL. It's going to be rough. And no Armstead, right?
So Armstead is day-to-day. He plays – he has a high pain tolerance. The game will be different without Armstead. But listen, Tua has been throwing –
rushes outside.
Yeah. Tua has been throwing behind shit O-line the last 2 years. McDaniel can change the game plan. And what you said, McDaniel knows the Niners. Niners don't really know, Miami as well as McDaniel knows them. Yeah, they got some players, their players may know something, but Niners defense is good. But they still don't have anyone that can cover like Tyreek and Waddle. So I think Armstead in or out, I don't think it matters. I think Miami wins. They're the better team. I don't give a shit if it's on the road. I think Miami, they win. Like they shouldn't. I don't think they should be dogs, honestly. But whatever. Like Jimmy G fucking sucks. Since Bradley Chubb has gotten there, Bradley Chubb has raised his win pass rush rate. Okay. Jalen Phillips has jumped a couple spots in pass win rush rate. Okay. Like Bradley Chubb is now 2. And
Say
then
that
Jalen Phillips.
5 times fast.
Yeah, screw that. But and then of course Melvin Ingram is still there rotating out. Like they're gonna get after Jimmy G's ass. Like Trent Williams is gonna get put on fucking skates. You know, CMC is questionable. Like David Howard's gonna lock Debo's garbage ass down, like just like you said.
He's got a lingering injury, man.
He does. You know, Xavier is finally healthy, coming off that groin. Like he's playing good. He's practicing. So let me get Miami to. I don't want to
stop
say
Brandon Ayuk.
That guy fucking stinks. So he may get
who's guarding George Kittle?
Oh, George Brittle. Okay, yeah. George 2 catches 1 week and then 10 catches and 5 touchdowns another week. Like God, that guy is the most inconsistent tight end. Nah, give me Miami, dude. Give me Miami. Fuck the Niners.
All right, Kansas City.
We can't lose to Jimmy G. I'll be on suicide watch.
Kansas City Bengals. Seth, what do you think here? Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes?
Revenge game for the Bengals here, or for the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Give me Patrick Mahomes 4 touchdowns. Kelsey at least 1.
I'm going the opposite way. Give me the Bengals.
No, this guy.
Kansas City's on a heater. It's time. Barrett said that he'll see Kansas City losing 1 more game. This is that game. Give me the Bengals to take down Kansas City right here at home in Cincinnati in the cold. I like it. I like it a lot. Barrett, what do you think?
Yeah, no. Burrow has beaten Mahomes twice. No quarterback has beaten Mahomes 3 times in a row. And it's not going to happen. Give me KC.
I don't know. I think Joe Burrow he's a different animal, right? He's one of those top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
No, don't argue with him. Just let this game play out.
Listen, I don't agree with Colin Cowherd on a lot of things, but when he talks about Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow being the 3 separated quarterbacks, he's absolutely right. Those are the 3 guys.
Okay.
But we got the Chargers versus the Raiders. Chargers favored 2. What do you think, Barrett? What do you think? Where are you going on this game? I can't decide.
The Chargers are, the Chargers are very wishy-washy, way more wishy-washy than the Vikings, obviously, because I think the Chargers are like 1 game above 500. And I see the Chargers losing. I'm going to pick the Raiders.
Dang, this line has been adjusted to 1.5. Seth, what do you think?
Raiders 2-0 since Derek Carr took the stand and cried and said that they needed to turn something around.
Yeah, weeping Carr, dude. Weeping Carr.
It's weeping Carr. So
Yeah.
give me the Raiders to beat the Chargers at home.
Raiders are due to completely give someone a good old-fashioned butt whooping. And I think it's going to be Herbert.
It's gonna be Herbert and the Chargers.
Herbert and the Chargers looking ahead. They just got flexed into Miami
Yeah.
next week.
That's
Looking ahead.
Yeah, Raiders kind of stink. This is a trap game for the Chargers. 100% trap game. For sure.
I like it. Give me the Raiders to win this game as well. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right,
Wow.
and we'll move on to Monday Night Football because I put this backwards for some reason.
Well, this might be the stinker of the week here.
It could be. We have the Saints versus the Bucks. Seth, who do you think? What do you got? Tom Terrific performs horribly against the Saints.
I would take the Saints, but the Saints offense is so incompetent. I cannot take the Saints offense.
Yeah.
To score a point on the Buccaneers defense. This game will probably end in a fucking tie. So go ahead and give me the Buccaneers at home, minus the 3.5, because Andy Dalton is trash.
Just remember, Saints beat the Bucs earlier this year with Jameis Winston throwing 3 picks. As long as Andy Dalton doesn't come out and throw 4 picks, we win. Give me New Orleans. Give me New Orleans to win this game. Dude, Jameis Winston looked like a turd in that game.
It's different. It's Jameis Winston. It was inspiring.
He looked awful in that game. The fact that we won that game was absolutely beside me. But no way does it. No way.
The Saints will suffer until they put Winston back in at quarterback.
Correct.
But no, you're going to ride your season into the hellhole with Andy Dalton at quarterback. Well,
Couldn't
be the Cowboys.
Probably. Barrett, what do you think?
Tampa Tom, dude. Tampa Tom.
Dang. Yeah, I'm telling you, if the Saints win this game and the Falcons lose to Pitt, we got 3-way tie for first place in that division.
Really? You guys are that far up there?
We're only one game.
They won like fucking 5 total games as a division.
We're a game and a half behind, and a win over the Bucs would tie us into a 3-way.
God,
that division is bad.
Oh my God. They all have negative point differentials. It's the only division in the league with
Yep.
And there's one division with all positive point differentials. That's the AFC East, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Dang. All right, Sunday night football, the game that should have been flex this week, but was not.
I mean, at least to Burrow and Mahomes. Like, yeah, I can concede Miami to that game for sure. But Jerry Jones, how dare them flex out his boys? You got to have a Super Bowl, Logan. You got to have each conference playing for the big one.
All right, Barrett, what do you think? Dallas favored 11. Let me see if this line's been adjusted. I'm going to assume that it has not been adjusted. Look at this. Dallas Cowboys favored 11 in this contest. What do you think?
I mean, let me see something. I just got to look at something here. Okay. Definitely not a trap game for Dallas because they play the Texans next in the Battle of Texas. So I think the Colts will cover. I don't think they'll get blown out like the spread says. I think the Colts will play them hard, but I got Dallas to win, but Colts to cover.
We beat the Vikings by 37.
You're right.
Agreed. Give me the Colts to cover. Colts play unbelievably close football games. Only have 2 blowouts on the season against the Patriots and the Jaguars. Unfortunate losses. Colts, but other than that, they play close football games.
Hey,
give me the Chargers to cover.
Any team that's beaten the Chiefs has an outside chance. Colts
not when they roll into Jerry's world.
Fair enough.
Versus the red hot Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the -11. Give me a Pollard touchdown and a Zeke touchdown.
Zeke's been kind of eaten.
Yeah, since he came back.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
The NFL is starting to heat up. We're rolling into the playoff. We're starting to see the playoff picture get a little more clear, except for the NFC South. They can't figure out what the fuck's going on there. But
hey, listen,
the NFC East, right? Great division of football in terms of like records and football play. But what's the playoff picture going to look like there? I mean, imagine Philly takes another L. It's like Dallas is just right there on their hips.
When we beat Philly in like 4 weeks, it'll all be adjusted. It'll be good.
Yeah. The Giants are on a 2-game losing streak. They'll be on a 3-game losing streak.
Agreed.
I don't think those bottom 2 teams, Washington and New York, is going to challenge. Dallas does have a game against Philly. So, the ball's in Dallas's court. I mean, if they get the job done like they're supposed to, they could steal that division. Personally, sorry, Seth, I don't see it happening. I think Eagles are too complete of a team to lose that many times. But, yeah, I mean, can the Vikings can they not clinch this week? Look at these records in the NFC North. There's 6 games left. I guess technically no. It'd have to be 2 more weeks.
The Vikings can clinch the Eagles and the Vikings can clinch playoff spots this week.
Really?
Yeah, can clinch playoff spots, but not divisions.
Yeah, I think if the Vikings win 2 more, they clinch the division because, yeah. So once the Lions get to like 8 losses, and I think Minnesota gets to 10 wins, I think it's clinched. So maybe, who knows? But Vikings will be the first one to clinch the division, in my opinion.
All right, Seth. I got a good one for you. Read the ticker.
Where does Aaron Judge sign?
Oh,
Let me tell you the top 5 destinations listed by ESPN. The Yanks, obviously.
Okay.
Dodgers, 2. Mets, 3. Phillies, 4. Red Sox, 5. And I'll throw in the Angels at 6 just because I kind of like it.
Okay, why does ESPN not have the Giants on there?
Let's see where they have the Giants. Let me see why.
He literally
Best fit is geography, payroll, consistency, and market. That should be honestly higher. Worst fit is ballpark.
Yeah, because he plays in the short porch Yankees, you know. I don't know. It's all about money. I think it's all about money. If you're Aaron Judge, fuck the legacy. You broke the record. Your name's in the record book for, AL home run leader. Make your money. I mean, I think the Yankees offer starting out at 8 years for $300 million. I'm sure he already visited with the Giants. So that could be, I mean, they're going to throw the paycheck at him to try to get that name there. The Giants had Barry Bonds forever. And now it's probably really great for their fucking brand. So, yeah, if you're Aaron Judge, I think you got to go with the money. I don't think the Mets are even on the table. I don't think the Dodgers are on the table. I think it's the Yankees or Giants, personally.
And Judge's favorite team growing up was the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, why not play a little hometown ball? You know what I mean? That's every kid's dream, right? Play for your hometown, make a lot of money. If that's where he's from. I don't know if he's from LA or if he's from the West Coast. I mean, your favorite team, though. That's what I meant to say. Play for your favorite team, make a lot of money. I mean, that's, the dream if you're a professional athlete, in my opinion.
Aaron Judge is from Sacramento.
Ooh.
So he's right there.
Yeah, he's not that far. Well, I don't know. Yeah, he's not that far away from San Fran.
Be a big sign for him.
Would be, but what kind of deal are you thinking they could ink him there? I mean, he's already how old is Aaron Judge?
29, I think.
29. So at most, we're looking at like an 8-year contract, unless someone wants to go long term on him and play until he's 39, 40. 8 years, right?
7, 8, 9 years, 30, 350 million, 400 million.
Oh God, that's crazy.
I mean, you're talking, man. If the Giants throw the checkbook at him like that, no way Yanks don't match at least, right? And try to swing him back like, hey, we're the team that got you here. We're the team that called you up. Like, we'll match the offer if you stay with us, or maybe throw him an extra like 20 mil, maybe another year. I don't know.
If you're Aaron Judge, you got to see it and say the Yankees can't do what they pay a big high payroll, but they can't get it done year in, year out. So why not go to the Giants? Maybe cement your legacy there as well, because hometown cooking. The only reason he would go back to the Yankees is because they have a short porch. He can hit a lot of home runs at the Yankee Stadium. Obviously, we see that.
He should stay with the Yankees. Come on, man. Don't go anywhere else.
You mean you don't see a whole lot of stars staying with their team? I mean, Mike Trout's one, but Bryce left. Machado left.
Mike Trout needs to come on to New York. Might as well.
Oh, God.
The
Mets. I don't know. Maybe he wants to be a reverse Babe Ruth, Vance. Maybe he wants to go to Boston.
Ugh.
Rip some
Boy.
balls off the Green
Man,
Monster.
Vance would immediately buy a jersey, wouldn't he?
Well, that's the thing. Boston doesn't pay guys money like that. If we would still see the faces of Mookie Betts hanging around the franchise. But you know where he's at? Living his fucking life in LA. Got himself a ring. Immediately got a ring with Boston. 2 years later, gets a ring with LA. It's like the dude's living his best life. Had not an MVP caliber year, the year he had in 2018 when he won the MVP and we won the pennant, but he had a pretty good year this year. He's finally coming into his own down there at LA. He kind of had a little bit of down spurt, but he's moving back on up. But Boston just doesn't pay guys like that. I mean, we extended a qualifying offer to Bogarts. He's out. He's not gonna return. Bogarts is one of those guys that could sign with San Fran as well. So I don't know. I have no idea. Bogarts could also sign with the Padres.
Twins.
Twins, yep. I think the biggest priority right now for the Red Sox is re-signing Rafael Devers over because we already have Trevor Story. So we just move him back over to short. I think their biggest priority is re-signing Rafael Devers. We're already losing Evaldi, so there goes our ace gone. I don't know. No, we're losing Pivetta. Evaldi's staying. Pivetta didn't accept the qualifying offer, so he's leaving. And he came hot towards the middle of the year. He started getting hot in the middle of the year. So I don't know, man. Red Sox just don't pay people. I mean, Cubs are still rebuilding. Do they take a shot at Aaron Judge maybe? What do you think?
Probably not Aaron Judge. Probably a Carlos
Did you see
Correa
them going
guy.
after Bogarts?
Yeah, they're looking for a shortstop. They're a big name for the Bogarts, the Correa. Probably not the Trey Turner, but yeah, it's one of those middle infielder guys. Most likely Correa.
I can see that. Barrett, what do you think? Baseball?
Yeah, dude. Judge, sign back with the Yankees, man. Let's
Nice.
You got to pull. Ohtani. They're and Trout. They're on a losing franchise, so they need to go somewhere else. You
Chicago.
just gotta. Yeah, man. Everyone just go to the Cubs or the Mets. Some like poverty franchise that's kind of been good but bad mostly.
You're not a Marlins fan?
No.
Come on, man.
No, growing up, I don't know. I liked the Twins. I liked Kirby Puckett back in the 90s. He was cool. But my stepdad who got me into football, he was a Yankees fan. So yeah, so in the Army stationed in up north, North New York, Yes was like the channel. So like kind of like the Yankees for a little bit. I don't know. And then a lot of players came from Great Bridge, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia. Like the Upton brothers. What was that? David Wright came from that area. He played with, the Mets legend. Ryan Zimmerman's from that area. So I kind of rooted for those guys. But other than that, like I said, I really don't have, a true team.
So I will say the Dodgers they knocked off $100 million off the books this offseason with letting guys go like Trey Turner, Justin Turner, Kimbrel, Tyler Anderson, Heaney, David Price, and now Cody Bellinger, who did not get tendered.
Wow.
That Cody Bellinger release puts him over $100 million in freed up space.
Well, but space doesn't matter. Baseball doesn't have a salary cap.
Yeah, but it's like now the owner has an extra $100 million in the pocket to be like, sign. I don't know. What about DeGrom? Where are you thinking for him? He's not re-signing with the Mets.
Rangers.
DeGrom.
Motherfucker. You really think he signs with the Rangers?
Absolutely.
All right, season ticket holder.
Well, let me just put it this way: the Rangers wouldn't spend big money on Seager and Simeon. They kind of got hot at the back end of the season. They bulked up there. They're gonna go pitching. I mean, Jonah Heim came on as their catcher. Their outfield it's young. It's not great, but it's young. And what's better to revitalize a season than getting a fucking ace?
Man, I got the Texans
and DeGrom's from Texas. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, man, that kind of gets me a little. I mean, Belly, he struggled offensively, but still provided Gold Glove style defense and good speed along the bases. Maybe get him on a low contract in the Texans and see if he can revitalize. Maybe 2-3 years for old Belly.
Hey, Rangers are my second favorite team.
What?
The Rangers are my second favorite team, so it'd be pretty cool to see DeGrom go down there.
Yeah, they're my second favorite team.
I think he does. The payroll's big for them. New Globe Life, big stadium. You know, they make the moves. Get your guys.
I tell you, dude, if Belly and DeGrom go to the Texans, I'll be making a lot of drives down to Dallas.
Rangers.
Oh yeah, not to the Texans. Texas Rangers. Been making a lot of drives, just a little north of Dallas.
We've been to the stadium. It's crazy.
It's a nice stadium. Yep. So Correa to what do you think? Last guy, Correa.
Either back to the Twins or the Cubs. The Cubs will make it a ludicrous contract for no fucking reason.
Pirates are looking, but they're poverty.
Pirates are poverty.
Yeah.
Basically, the fucking Browns.
I was like, we're on the same page there. I was like, Pirates are looking, but they're poverty. Marlins making a big push. They have somebody sitting at shortstop. They had that dude that threw the 96-mile-an-hour heater across the field. But
no, he's good. He's really good. Cruz.
Yeah, but is he win now like Correa can be?
Yes.
Rizzo's deal just amazed me, dude. $17 million.
Got to have that guy at first base. Busch Stadium's nice, Katie. It's okay.
Jock Peterson returning to the Giants. All right, I'll be. Kershaw's going to re-sign with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he already did. Yeah, that's my predictions.
Edwin Diaz resigns on a 5-year, $102 million contract. Wowza.
Choke, Nick. I was voting for those fuckers.
Wowza. All right, well, that's all I got for you boys. Baseball free agency is kind of getting wild. I had to return on the notifications of Jeff Passan so I could get involved here. But
yeah, look at that. Thunder back in it. 2-point game. Told you.
Let's go.
Dang.
Let's go, right, Thunder.
Yep.
Let's go,
Thunder up. That's all I got for you boys. We'll catch you on the next one.
USA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for tuning in to Taking On Sports Podcast. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music. We'll catch you on the next one. See you next weekend.